Hey, how's it going? It's Mystic Me Emotion. We're doing another you, them, and the truth reading. We're going to be looking at what's going on between the connection between you and another person. It could be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be a family relationship, a work relationship, it could be a group. You in a group versus another person in a group, or you versus a group, or a group, or a single person. You know, it can go either way. It can be a friend situation, but the way it comes out is just this is the main energy going on in the collective, and however it looks in your life, in your individual life, might look differently than how it looks in other people's, but it's like the major big energy going on in the collective right now that is affecting most people, and you'll see it come up in your life in a connection with another person or group, depending on however the divine has it planned for you. So we're going to look at the energy between the two of you, what's going on with them, what's going on with you, what's the higher perspective or the truth, and then how does it look in the collective, in your environment around you. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so let's look at what's going on in the connection right now. Okay, so there's been a lot of work that's been put into this situation, and I'm getting that one or both of you are finally getting the rewards, what you deserve, the good karma coming back, I'm getting. And it's the right thing to do. It's the truth I'm getting. It's like justice. It's kind of a long time coming. So what's going on with them? The King of Swords. Okay, so this is them righting a wrong, or acknowledging something that was being not acknowledged, that has been kind of overlooked, when I feel like you've been putting in a lot of energy and effort. I feel like you had a lot of patience with them. You worked with this person or group very patiently, and it's like that you're finally getting recognized, or you're finally getting what you're owed, what you're due, your due, your rewards, your like promotion, or acknowledgement in the relationship, or something along those lines. Let's see what's going on with you. We're gonna get more and more details as we go along. The Devil. Okay. So I feel like you may be feeling a little bit of this kind of change energy going on around you. Wow, the Tower, I knew it. And it's because big, beautiful changes are about to occur. So as I was setting up for this reading, I had a deck that fell, and it kind of just scattered all over the floor, and I saw some big, powerful cards. I'm like, I knew it too. I'm like, Spirit, what messages do you have for me before I even start this reading? And I saw the Tower card, and I saw, the Chariot, and the Sword, the Ace of Swords in reverse, but it was this deck. And in this deck, I don't know if I can find it, the Ace of Swords, here it is. In the Rider-Waite deck, the Ace of Swords is pointing upwards, but in this deck, the Ace of Swords is pointing downwards, but it came out in reverse. So that meant so many things to me. It meant like, usually the Ace of Swords upright in the Rider-Waite means that like this, like how the King of Swords is holding, usually means like truth or clarity, making a decision, a direction to go in. And in reverse, it means for me that like there's like downloads coming in, right? But this was in reverse. So it's like, it felt like you were downloading the collective. You were downloading others. Like you are being the channel for other people, or you are being the truth teller, or you are being, like the energy was flowing through you to others, in regards to divine energy and like truth and like healing energies or something. You're the one who's channeling energies for others. And because of that, like Tower energies, I got the 10 of Cups came out, like a bunch of these like beautiful cards, the Chariot, as I mentioned. So things are about to move very rapidly, very quickly right now. And I think these two cards popped up in the other deck too. And it's just like right now might feel so weird. Like you might see yourself or other people or people in your environment just irrationally lash out. And you'll see it in different ways, like people who can handle change energies and like handle these big energetic changes that have been kind of, slowly coming onto the planet in waves. Like the more you go through something, you handle it better, right? So people who are like higher vibrational will be able to handle these energies like really nicely. And will recognize when these things are happening and recognize that it's because something big and great and beautiful is around the corner. For people who are not high vibrational, a little bit low vibrational, or have a hard time keeping high vibrational, will see this as chaotic energies, as negative energies attacking them, or just kind of difficult times, difficult energies, bad things going on in your life or in your environment and such. So it really depends on where you are in your spiritual journey. But yeah, okay. So let's see more of what's going on with them, you, and the connection. So what's going on with them? Ideation, okay. So they have some sort of idea about what. They have a spark and idea. Investment. Okay. They have some investment idea that they want to go in on. What's going on with you? Of course, you can always read the energies vice versa. This is just one energy and the other energy. Faith. Okay. So I feel like one person is like thinking of an idea like, okay, like what are we going to do to get out of this situation? We have to think creatively, like, oh, I know, let's invest in this. And the other side is being a little bit more stubborn. It's like, no, there's changes happening right now. You just have to have faith that everything's going to turn out all right. These can be energies within yourself too. That's what this actually represents. Is everything you see going on outwardly is actually what's going on within you, right? So these are energies warring within you, and you're going to see the higher perspective, what your highest light or your higher self will, like, what the reasoning for these dueling energies are right now. So then the other side is saying, like, have faith, we don't have to do, we don't have to like take action because it's like we have faith that you'll have the property or the big expensive thing that you wanted, like that it will like work out. Okay. Yeah, so there's energy of like one person or group or one side of you saying, oh, you know what? I have an idea. Like, I should invest in this. I should invest in this new home or this new job or this new relationship or this new friendship or this new hobby or this new health thing or this whatever. And the other side of you or the other person or the other group is like, you know what? You have to have faith. Like, we're almost there. We've done too much work. We've paid our dues. Like, we will have the major, like, the investment that we wanted. We will get it without having to, like, think of a new thing. Like maybe you're at a breaking point right now, or you and this other person, and it's just like, okay, like, do we think of a new idea and a new way to approach this relationship or project or situation, or do we stick with what we're doing and have faith that it will work out and it will, we'll pull through. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so what's going on with them? Surrender to the divine. Yeah. So on one side, it's like, oh, isn't it like surrendering to the divine if we kind of follow through with this idea we're getting? This might be a really beautiful time where you're getting a lot of fresh ideas or some ideas from the past that you're like, oh, maybe I've always wanted to do this, work on this, or go into this line of work, or meet more people like this, or whatever it is, invest more in this kind of stuff. You're getting they're getting really strong signs that, like, if they follow through with this idea, they will be successful, because to them this idea is divine, whereas the other person, you walk through your fears. Has to work through the fear of, like, past efforts not churning out good results. So this is about, like, a little bit of, like, past meets future, like all the work that you did in the past. Was it all for nothing? Are you going to be able to reap the rewards of the stuff you've been working on? Will you be able to complete it successfully? All the faith you put into this person or this situation or this project, will it like work out the way that you always thought? And also, can you also move forward into this new idea successfully, and not let that hinder the results and rewards of your past work? Okay. If that makes sense. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Two of Cups. So I feel like this is something that you're, like, completely tied to, whether it's a person or a project, idea, work, situation. It's something that you very much love and you're kind of made a commitment to. So this is something that's probably going to be in your life. Maybe it's going to change its role in your life. And that's where the fear sets in. It's like, okay, like, instead of, like, how is this relationship or work situation or whatever going to change in my life? Like, is it going to, like, that's where the fear pops up. It's like, am I gonna get, like, for example, if it's a relationship that you invested in for a long time, or if it's like a job that you invested in for a long time, or whatever, a project or a hobby, or diet, or whatever, friendship. It's like, I invested a lot of time into this because I love it and I still wanted to see it successful, but I see that its role in my life is changing, and that's when the fear comes up. But the reason that it's changing is because this beautiful new idea is coming in that you will be successful in. It's very divine, and because of that, this thing is changing in your life, and that brings up a lot of fear and anxiety, but you have faith that you'll pull through. I mean, there's a lot of, this is something that you love and are committed to. It's kind of like, for example, if you're getting, married to someone and you're like, okay, we're about to have kids, like, that your roles are going to change, your relationship is going to change, but it's like bringing in something new to your lives, something like that. Or if it's like a project or career that you invested a lot in, it's like, oh, well, was that all for nothing? Well, if I quit this job, or if I, if it's a home situation, if I move homes, like, all that work that I put in that home, or all that work that I made, like, networking in that company, or with the people there, like, will it be all for nothing? And so there's always like a little bit of fear when the role of someone or something is changing in your life, and then you put a lot of effort into it, it's something you're keeping with you. It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be whatever. When, like, it's not like they're going away, you have a lot of love for whatever the situation is. It's their role in your life is just changing, um, because something new is coming in that's probably going to take in a lot of time. It's kind of like you put in a lot of energy and effort to, like, probably evolve as a person, or to evolve into the next, like, phase of this relationship or phase of this work situation, or it could be multiple things. It could be like a whole life situation that's changing, because you're changing a lot of areas of your life. So you put a lot of work into it, and so there's a lot of fear of, but I'm keeping this. But what does this change look like, even though I'm keeping this? And then at the same time being, like, very excited about this new divine idea that you're investing in, that's going to take a lot, like, as much patience as you had to complete this, a lot of work that you put into it. You deserve this new thing, this new divine idea that the divine is gifting you to move forward. It's very exciting. Fear and excitement, two sides of the same coin. So what is the higher perspective? What is the bigger thing going on here? Grandmother of Jesus, Anna energy. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. That's funny. The name Anna was popping up a lot today, so, like, I can feel that. And grandmother energies and Jesus energies. So, Anna's around, sending light. So that's nice. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Yeah. So the divine does have a plan for you, and they are bringing that forward right now. What does it look like? What could this divine plan look like for you? Exercise, physical movements, body. See if we can get more clarification. Okay. A reunion of some sort. Nature, outdoors, earth. Okay. So I am getting, like, you are being asked to, like, be out in nature more. But it's kind of like, I'm getting, like, Mother Nature being like, commune with me more. So, like, to be outside and walk literally in nature more. What was the Five of Pentacles about? The Empress in reverse. Like, you're not it's like you're not being nurtured enough, and you're not nurturing yourself enough, and you're not being nurturing to the environment, your home, enough. You've been out of union with nurturing yourself and your body and being out in nature. Okay. Let's see why Spirit wants to emphasize that. Embrace your creative flow. Okay. So, Spirit wants you, both of you, all the groups, the whole collective, to kind of be out in nature more and get more creative. I've been seeing this. I've been seeing my, like people I know that are, like, doing stand-up comedy, and friends that I have that are singers or musicians and artists. Like, I've seen them kind of get more into it recently, like, get more into the creative flow recently. And I found that so interesting, because, like, it's time. This past 3 years of being cooped up is over, and now it's time to get into your creative flow, to be out in nature and get in touch with your nature. That makes complete sense, right? Being in nature makes you get in touch with your own nature, and part of that is tapping into your unique creative abilities and flow and bringing that out. So I'm going to do one more What's going on with them? What's going on with you? How does this look in terms of them and you? Like the dualistic energy. What are they think? Words do hurt, and I land on this Two of Cups. So I do feel like, excuse me, like it's not going to hurt this person or this group or whoever, like whatever situation or people this change affects. Like it's not going to hurt them that you want to spend more time on this new investment. Like I think the people around you who know who you are, like whether this change is like cutting people off or spending more less time with them, or you know your relationship with them, whether they're friends or a romantic situation or whatever, is changing. Is changing. Like I don't believe that they will be hurt by the fact that this new beautiful divine situation is coming into your life that will, you know, be a huge investment for you, because they will know that this is like successful. This is a successful path for you. And if it's people you're cutting off, like, you know, they might not be happy about it, but they will understand why. They don't even need to understand why, but the people who love you and support you and truly are there for you will completely understand why, no matter how close you are to them or not. People will be able to see. It's like your faith in this situation paid off, and there's like a true connection there that cannot be broken. The bond cannot be broken. When I see property, major assets, I'm getting like people you invested in, things that you invested in. So don't worry about like hurting them. They won't be hurt. They won't understand. You have so many choices and options. Yeah. Like they will see that like you have a lot going on. Like, you know, maybe you have more than one idea and, you know, more than one situation that you're going to be investing in and be successful in. And it's like your patience paid off though. Like you worked really hard for it. It's time to get your dues. It's time for people to help you out now and support you. So I know it feels like weird a little bit from your side, but it's like it might feel uncomfortable. It might, like, you might be totally fine with your work or your partner or your friends or your family or like whatever situation, your health, you know, your neighbors, like whatever. But then like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I just hate my job today. It's like, where did that come from? It's like, oh, I just have to argue with this person. It's like, where did that come from? Like, I just gotta fight with this random family member or this, you know, random neighbor or this, you know, I have a weird argument with my partner, or, you know, this random person that I watched on YouTube. I had to comment something negative on them. It's like, where did that come from? I love this person. You know, or I love this content, or I love this job, or I love this neighbor, or I love this place, you know, I love this job, whatever the situation is. I love this diet, or I love this show, or I love, you know, just like things that you love. It's just like, and things that you put energy in and invested in. Could be like music, it could be like artwork, it could be some sort of sport you, like, you know, invested a lot in, or learning something. I don't know. It's just like, where did this come from? So you know, like, it's like it's not you, it's the energy. Okay, so how does things look from your side or this side? I think so. Yes. Okay, so I feel like you're slowly coming around to realizing, like, okay, this isn't your energy. This is the energy of change that's around you, and it's, you know, affecting things in your life, people in your life, in a weird ways right now. Like all the examples I told you, I've seen firsthand experiences. Like last night, there was like a neighbor, you know, a few places down, was having an argument, and then I had one also that was like, I was like while I was having the argument, like, where did this come from? Like, I don't, like, I'm not even angry or anything, or just, fed up with like something. It's like, why am I saying these things? This is not even me. And I've seen other people saying and doing the same things recently. So it's kind of like, the more aware you are, the more you can like pull yourself out of it and be like, oh wait, this is not me. This is the energy, right? So this is going on in the collective. Okay. I am manifesting you. No, my dear. The divine is manifesting this for you. So I'm getting, because like you're being given like the rewards for your hard work. You've already put in your hard work. You've had the faith. So here, here comes divine energy. Here comes divine energy, the tower here. The swords, the grandmother of Jesus here, and the faith and the beads here. And success, the idea comes from the divine. The divine is giving you an idea, a divine plan, a divine purpose, a divine destiny. And it's going to obviously align with you, because they wouldn't give you a plan that you didn't like, or that wasn't right for you, or wasn't for your highest and best good, because you've been probably practicing things saying this is for my highest and best good for a very long time. So guess what? It happens. So this is happening for you, to you. Okay, so what is the higher meaning going on behind all this? What is the higher purpose? Or your reason? What is we've seen both sides. What is the truth here? What's the truth? You're exactly when and where you're meant to be. Okay, so this is like kind of like divine plan at work. You might see very like coincidental events happening in your life right now, and that's why things might be seeming like a little chaotic. The devil energy I'm seeing as chaos, because we see things as chaos because we don't understand the higher divine order of that yet. So, with like math and science and biology, like where astronomy, like we like, oh yeah, like we understand this much of it. We understand like how these planets orbit, or this concept or that concept. But then when we don't understand like what's further out there, we're just like, oh, that's just random. But then if you like learn more, understand more, and are aware of more, you'll understand like, no, it's not chaos. It's actually more divine order, and everything has like a higher and higher level of divine order. It's just like your understanding and your level of awareness and your level of perception. So it's like everything has a divine order, and what you see as chaos, like that's the point where your level of understanding ends. And so you're probably working on understanding that level of chaos. So I'm getting the devil as like chaos, because there's divine plan coming in. So you might see a lot of things happening synchronistically in your life, a lot of opportunities and offers coming in, a lot of things wrapping up, concluding at the same time. And there's a little bit of like, catching up with yourself, like being like, oh yeah, like I kind of did want to end that friendship. It wasn't really serving me anymore, but I didn't know how to let go of them. Or, I wanted to move, but it was just more convenient. I wanted to save money, and I thought, why not wait another year or something? So, you're going to see that like you're being pushed into this new destiny and divine plan, or the next level of this divine plan that the divine has for you. Nothing is random. Okay, and then how this might look on the collective level. How will this look on the collective level? The Star card. Okay. So on the collective level, it's going to seem like some people are having their wishes and dreams come true, and therefore they're having more hope for humanity and what's to come, and hoping that their next dreams come true, or their other dreams come true as well, and for other people. Ooh, so many cards. Okay, I'm getting, these are these are the people who are more aware. They're gonna be leaving because they have clarity and they don't want to fight. All right, so that's how it looks for the more aware people in the collective. How does it look for the more unaware people in the collective at this time? With the Four of Swords, and it kind of fell on my lap. Yeah, it is looking like they're taking a lot of time out to think about things. Sorry, I was pausing because I'm like, oh, I didn't use this deck, which I wanted to. Hey, 10 of Cups. There we go. This is all for ultimately people's, like, you know, highest and best good. But for the aware people, it's going to seem very magical. For the unaware people, this is going to be a time to kind of take some time out to think about things. And they might have a hard time juggling things in their life. But they're not so... I'm getting they're not so responsible in their life right now, because they don't... I feel like they're, like, having a hard time juggling new ideas, juggling new responsibilities. The Two of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. Funny enough, both these kind of indicate marriage. So it's kind of like I'm getting the aware people are kind of married to these unaware people. So I'm getting that a lot of how funny. Okay, the divine is going to match up a lot of aware people with an unaware counterpart, or a few friends, or a few family members, or a few people who are unaware. I'm getting specifically those that kind of knew that things might change, or, you know, that they need to, like, kind of change their life to live the right way, but they weren't making the changes. So it's kind of like these specific people that you may be assigned to as a light worker or a starseed or way shower will be ones that are easy to work with, just because they were already there in idea mentally. They just needed to be kind of guided in the right direction. I'm getting they're getting a little bit lazy. Like they're being a little bit playful. They're not being really responsible, and so they need someone to kind of keep them in line as they do a lot of mental work, or inner work, or healing work, or things like that. Spiritual work. Okay, let me see. Yeah, a little bit more of how it's going for the collective. Page of Cups. I'm getting no patience for the light workers. Or see, like, no patience. Mystery. I did get the sense of, like, I just want to focus on, like, getting to the next level, because I feel like there's a lot of manifestations coming through for the light worker, starseed, way shower. So it's kind of like they want to just kind of, like, think of the next thing, like, oh, we just want to work on the next spiritual level, we don't want to have to babysit, you know. So they have, like, no love or no patience, I'm getting. But they are fascinated, like a lot of aware people, awakened people are ready to go to the next level, you know. I'm a very jealous person. Yeah, I am getting a little bit of, like, heat from the unawakened people, that, you know, all these people who are manifesting beautiful things, it's like they're becoming very jealous. It's like, why do they get this beautiful job and not get to work from home, or get to work while on vacation in these beautiful places? Why do they get, you know, these beautiful resort villas, or, you know, get to afford these nice cars and nice jewelry? Like, what did they ever do? You know, they're so mysterious. Like, they didn't even, like, do the things that the rest of the community did. Like, what do they even do for the community? What do they even do for their family? Did they just run away, or did they try to avoid them, or did they just kind of teach them, like, weird things, or are out of norm things? Like, I just became normal, I did what was right, what I was told, and then they get this. So I'm getting like that, and I'm getting, like, The Page of Cups is like, no, like not even a little bit of like tolerance for these people. But I'm getting that's not these like 2 or 3 people that you get assigned. So no wonder the light workers are like, I'm gonna go away because I know what's going on and I don't want to fight. And they seem a little bit, jealous and a little bit mysterious, scared. People tend to be weird towards things that they don't understand, and with jealousy and mystery together, it's like a magical energies, divine energies, like in the beginning. Okay, so how the other side feeling consciousness. So they are strongly connecting with their higher consciousness. They're being told to. I mean, they're doing their inner work. It's just like some people were like ready to do it. They just like never got pushed there. But the rest of the collective, they're like starting it from level 1. Wow, Ace of Cups. They are being kept there. An eye is definitely being kept on them as they go through this major transition and conscious upgrade. What's going on for the unawakened collective? I lie awake thinking about our future. Yeah, so they are. Whereas the people who are ready to level up, which a lot of light workers will get assigned to take under their wing. The rest of the collective, they're just starting from level 1, and so they are going to be thinking a lot about the future. It's going to keep them awake, it's going to be, again, another card. Disruption, yeah, they're going to be a little bit, that's why I feel like this energy of not taking care of responsibilities and being childish and being a little bit lazy, I feel like that's more for the unawakened collective. There's like levels, like you could probably see, like there's levels to this. Yeah, how this energy looks overall in the collective. The answers you need are coming. Yeah, so it's kind of like things are moving. We have the full moon in Gemini. If you're watching this when I posted it, Venus just moved into Gemini. But it's kind of like, I'm equating Gemini to talking, and I kept coughing throughout this reading. It's kind of like you want to say something, but you probably won't, or you shouldn't, or maybe you'll say it and you feel like you talked out of turn. So I feel like a lot of awakened people are going to be like, oh, I'm aware of what's going on. I don't want to fight, so I'm going to walk away. Or a lot of unawakened people might be like saying a lot of things, but it might be coming off a lot really harshly. Because they're in a very childlike mode. People tend to get childlike when they feel hurt. And what is the higher perspective of this? What is the higher perspective of this? Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Yeah. So what the vibration of the earth and people in general is rising, and so there's like levels of like how that affects people. Of course, there's the unawakened people, which is it's gonna hit the hardest. It's gonna Ace of Cups is gonna be high highs and low lows. A lot of acting like a child, pushing off responsibilities, being a little bit lazy, saying a lot of things that may be your truth, but may be very harsh for other people to hear. Being very having their life being very very disrupted by the consciousness level being raised very quickly. It's very uncomfortable. And then we have the people who are ready to kind of realize what the truth was, what was going on, was ready to kind of spiritually evolve, having kind of slowly taking steps in that direction, being kind of guided by light workers who will be teaching those in the level right below them. And then There's like light workers that will just like, might be hit. These are people who light workers on the level that are probably helping the newly awakened people, or the people who have been just starting on a spiritual journey, or have been kind of aware but not doing the work. They're the people who might be, hit with a lot of jealousy and feel like no sympathy for people. Then there's the light workers on level up who's just like, I know what's going on, so I'm just going to piece the heck out of here. And then there's the highest level light workers that is kind of like, manifestations are coming through, and I'm in my mystery school and I want to work towards the next level. So there's like a bunch of different levels on all sides. Puts a higher perspective. Birthing a new age. Yeah, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into big being. So this is like, I feel like this is the kind of levels, like all these levels that I'm telling you about, like you've probably on one of these levels, and these are the levels that keep happening in society, in the collective consciousness, every time a new wave of higher vibration hits the earth. And so it's kind of just like, like a coming of age situation. This is just what happens when you're on the spiritual journey, because we're constantly birthing a new earth, a new reality, a new age. So, yeah, Spirit's advice for this, and then we'll wrap it up. Connect with your spirit animal. Go back to nature. Connect with nature, animals, plants. Get out there, connect with your own nature. It will help you no matter what level you're on. Right now, especially when these energies come around, it's so difficult. And like you'll find that like if you eat junk food and you like stay in all day, like maybe once or twice, like you might need it one of those days, but like it'll be harder to handle the energies when your body isn't healthy, or if you're not connected to nature, you're not grounding. Meditating, walking, or whatever form of your meditation is. It could be painting, being creative, however you're creative. Maybe you're creative with like, designing curtains, or doing makeup, or painting nails, or, making videos, or making music, or writing jokes, telling stand-up, maybe clipping together information, finding information, presenting information, building things, building furniture, whatever it is. Be creative, connect with nature, to connect with your own nature, to be creative, intuitive. Spirit animals, plant spirits, and the earth, Mother Gaia. Yeah, that's the best thing. And last but not least, to tie this whole reading together, how are we moving forward? 2 cards came up. Okay. 5 of Pentacles and the Moon card. Okay. Circumstances in your life, in your physical reality, have left you feeling abandoned, rejected, isolated, or lacking. Working on shifting your energy back to one of abundance. You have the power to change your world. Yeah, you can definitely see that there's like this change happening in the physical reality, and that's because we're birthing a new reality. We've leveled up as a consciousness, and we all agreed to birth this new reality, and so it feels uncomfortable. But the more aware you are, and the more spiritual you are, and the more you practice spirituality in your own life, in however way that looks to you. Being super creative is very spiritual. Living a life that resonates with you is super spiritual. Even if you don't know none of the spiritual terms, and you're out there in nature, building your own home and farming your own farm, like that person is probably more spiritual than most of us people, doing tarot. So just like however you resonate with your own spirituality. That's why I love spirituality, is because it's connecting to that person's belief of reality and of a higher power. Whatever spirituality means to you, practicing that is so helpful right now, because we're all birthing a new reality for ourselves. And our physical reality is changing. And that can make you feel kind of weird or attacked. You might say like, oh, I'm being attacked by negative energies, or I'm, like, oh, like, my family's attacking me, or my friends abandoned me, or, they like stood me up, or like not even my partner standing up for me, or like I'm not being heard or understood, or like my work isn't paying off, I'm not getting paid enough, or like I hate my home, or I hate my neighbors, or it's not working out for me anymore, or like if just this one thing could change in my environment, then everything would be better, or something like that. So those kinds of energies are coming up because physical changes and the moon. There's more going on beneath the surface than you're aware of at the moment. Reach into your intuition and inner knowing for guidance along your path. What was once hidden will soon be revealed. Yeah, answers you need are coming. So I feel like so a lot of people are going to be confused about why things seem so weird and bad and confusing and changing in the physical. But the more aware you are, you're going to realize that there's more going on under the surface, and the more connected you are, the more aware and intuitive you are, the more you're going to realize what is actually happening. Even creatives, if you're a writer, if you're a songwriter, if you're a tarot card reader, or whatever, astrologer, or even, whatever, a painter, you might paint a scenario of what's to come. You intuitively know that there's more going on beneath the surface, and the more aware you are, the more you know what's going on. But it's not your job to always tell people what's going on, because the more aware you are, that's the level that you'll understand, and you're not gonna be able to teach a horse math. That's just the way it is. I'm gonna pull one last card and wrap this up. Listen to your heart. At the end of the day, don't even listen to me. Listen to your intuition, your heart, and all will be well. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd appreciate a like or comment. Sounds like very fun energies for me, finally. We do have an eclipse coming up. If you watch this while I posted this is timeless. So whenever you're watching this, it probably resonates with what's going on with you. And yeah, with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light.